Welcome to Care Garage. Mustang's driving me nuts. It's got a hesitation that drives me crazy. Sometimes you hit the gas and it just stalls. I got a carburetor for it that maybe is a little questionable, but we'll see. Stand by. Mind you, I just started the car, but that's what happens when I hit the gas. I have to do like, I have to feather it. See? So let's see if we can fix that. Here. I want to get it turned off because I don't want to get too hot. That's where I'm working is right by the exhaust. Take some of the water off because it rained and it's probably going to rain again. I got the car a while ago and I took it to Ocean City, you know my Ocean City trips, and it wound up setting the whole weekend in Ocean City because I just needed to get it back home. It was all in that damn carburetor. I probably could have fixed it if I'd have thought about it, but I didn't think about it enough to drive it around. So once I got it home, I took the carburetor apart and I rebuilt it and I put it back on. Okay, so that was better. At least I could drive it, then it would run. But had a terrible hesitation, and it would stall all the time. You hit the gas, blah, and you have to start the car, and before you can even go from a red light. So what I did was I bought a remanufactured from Summit of all places, expecting, well, I'm getting it from Summit, it's got to be good. Put it on, it improved, but I still had that damn hesitation. I kept the old carburetor, didn't turn it in as a core, I just paid for it so I would have it. And so when I took it apart, I found out that the housing on the remanufactured carburetor was cracked. I mean, you know, I expected it to be decent coming from a place like Summit, but I don't know. We're not going to say anything about Summit. I don't know. Anyway, so what I did was put it back on, put it together with the pieces from the other carburetor and the new carburetor. Between the two of them, I got a decent-ish carburetor out of it. Still had that hesitation. You heard the hesitation. I'm driving it for a while that way. Decided to buy a new carburetor. So this is a brand new. Let's open this up. Figure out where it opens. Where does it open? Come on, you. I don't know. I think I'm smart enough to put a carburetor on, but I ain't smart enough to open the damn box. There it is. And let's show you what we got here. We got, it's got some hose, and we got a brand new, there's a fuel filter for what it's worth, auto light, Motorcraft, auto light, I forget which one they use. Get this out of the plastic. Come here, you. Brand new Motorcraft 1100. I can't remember if it's Motorcraft or auto light. The one thing you'll notice about this is it doesn't say auto light or Motorcraft on it anywhere, okay, because it's made in China, but it is brand new. I don't know how much faith I have in it, seeing as it's made in China, but we're gonna find out. Now, if you're having this problem with your 65 6-cylinder Mustang and your JJ got rocks, you could go to Holly and get a single barrel Sniper Fi made to fit this engine. But you're talking $800 for the kit. Like I said, I ain't JJ got rocks, so you know, I had to go with an $80 carburetor from China. So $800, and then you got to do all the installation because you got to put the electric fuel pump has to go in the tank. It's probably not that hard. You got to run the hoses and the wires and the blah 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 blah. So I got a carburetor from China. It's probably got a spy balloon thing in it somewhere, but you know, oh well. It is some kind of hot and humid out here today. I got the tent up because it's supposed to be rainy, and I got to get a video out. I missed one last week. I tried to get you one every week, but it just hasn't been happening. All right, I guess if you notice, this isn't exactly Ford colors. I painted to match the truck, match the car. That truck. All I ever think about the dang truck. So there's the one that I got from, well, it's part of the one that I got from Summit and part of the original one. It's leaking. Yeah, it is. All right, so this is the new one. Now, you're gonna say it doesn't look the same because of this thing here. This was actually on the original. This is the top that came off of the one from Summit, and the bottom that came off. But the one that was originally on here actually had this lever like that there. I don't know that it's necessary. I don't think it is. I think that's why they removed it. Maybe, but we'll see. Okay, the next question. Is that a, I don't know, a ½ inch, or is that, I mean, a 12 millimeter? Look, don't forget, dude, always know where your 10 millimeter is. But guess what? This is a 66 Mustang. There ain't no foreign millimeter crap on the car. It's all merkin. I got wrenches. I believe it's a ½ inch. Before I do that, I need to take off the fuel line here. Let's see what that is. That's a ½ inch right there, and probably a 9/16, which I have right here. And 9/16. Wow. Oh my God, it's so nice to work with Merkin tools. All right, we're gonna just back that out of there, and oh, the horn. Put this here. Got gasoline leaking there. Like that. Okay, so now ½ inch, not 9/16, ½ inch. There we go. Now I should be able to get this out of here and put that in there so I can get to pick up any gas that's gonna leak out. This is hot already. See, I didn't want to run it long because if you see right down here, that's the exhaust. So this thing gets hot quick down there when you're working on this. All right, let's get the fuel line off. Just like that. Got that towel there to sop up anything. All right, now that's off. Hopefully you can see this. This is your throttle, and it's just a clip. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put this wrench on there like that, and it don't work. Maybe a little bigger wrench, maybe. I get a better angle on it. Nope. So just gonna pop it off. All right, I was trying to get fancy on you, it didn't work. All right, now another thing I got is the this is your choke line. That has to come off. That is probably a that's a ½ inch, and that's a ½ inch. You know, that's something I would have rather not had happen. You find another ½ inch. I know I got another ½ inch somewhere, and but I can't find it. So this is killing me. This is. Go ahead, comment. I'm a big boy. I can take it. I'm gonna use a. Don't say it. Yeah, I'm gonna use a 13. Oh, on my Mustang. And a half. Oh well. Whatever works. So, unfortunately, I did have to use a 13. The 13.5-inch, pretty much the same thing. And then we can take off that. And that'll be the choke tube. You need to be careful, don't bend it too hard because you got to put it back in there. All right, the other thing we had going on, which is kind of weird that they did way back when, is this here. This is a this is your vacuum advance. You know, get another wrench. It's a 3/8. But it's not a 10. It's an actual 3/8. Wrenches everywhere. Well, what do you want? Oh well. What we got here? We have now. There's a 3/8. Fits that one. And 7/16 fits that one. I know I talk a lot of stuff about the metric system, okay? The reason is, years ago I was a mechanic, okay? I learned on these cars in the 70s when everything was, you know, SAE. So I can look at a bolt and I can say, that's 3/8, that's 7/16. You know, that's a 1360. I just look at the bolt and tell you exactly what it is. Okay, I can't tell you to this day, even though how long we've been working with, I can't just look at a bolt and say that's a 12 or a 13 or a 25. Funny, I can tell you if it's a damn 10. That I can. All right, let's see here. Got my wrenches all laying right here on the battery, and there's your posts. That's not smart. All right, let's see. I could probably put them right here. As long as I got something covering the fender so it won't hurt it. There. The last thing I want to do is short the battery out. All right, this should be a 1/2 inch, I think. And it's not. It's a 7/16. Okay, I lied. Come on, get on there, you. And just loosen that up. Should be able to take it off now. Yep. Maybe. Must be difficult. Because somebody, I don't know who, didn't put anti-seize on there. I don't know who. Mine driver replaced his carburetor about 3 times. But somebody didn't put anti-seize on it. We'll fix that this time. All right, there. Little bitty 7/16. That can set on the battery, that's okay. And on the other side, I think is easier to get with. I can actually get with a ratchet. I bought a couple new ratchets. This is the Aries. Okay, we'll see how well it does. So far, it seems nice. I like the grip on it. It seems well made. We'll see how it does. This is the first time I've used it. Put that on there. The only I don't like is it doesn't have the release. Okay, it's just a spring-loaded ball that holds everything on, which works, but I like the release. That bad boy on there, and now we can get right here. And let me get the rest of it off. Come here, you. And there's that bolt. Pair of 7/16. Now, I'll pick this up out of here. That's the a heater hose that's made to help the choke come off easier. Let's see. Oh, don't turn it upside down, dummy. And, yeah, we got new gaskets, so anyway. That's the old carburetor. The only thing I see is this has to come off and go in there. That's a Phillips. Ha 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 ha. I just saw something. Something I really didn't pay attention to. Let's get this gas off here. There. Yeah, that got a manual choke. Okay. Here's the question. Can I convert it? It appears I cannot convert it. Here's where the problem comes in. This is the blade for the accelerator blade for this down on the bottom. Okay, this one here has a hole in it right there, and this little thing sticking out where the choke is going to go. That hole, that little lever is going to go in that hole. Doesn't have that hole in this one. So what are we going to do? Let's see. Let me think about this a minute. That should be the only difference. I'm going to go ahead and use it because I can put a manual choke on this. It's not a big deal. All right, here's the gasket, which will go right there. Which may not be right. But I think it'll work. See what it looks like on the bottom. There's a hole on the bottom that needs to be. There is not a hole on the bottom. There's a dimple where the hole should be, but there's no hole. It's definitely made different-ish. This is a trick from Uncle Luke over at Thunderhead 289. He credits an old mechanic giving him the idea. You put grease, it's just actual grease, bearing grease, whatever, this is stuff I use out of my grease gun. Grease your gasket. Just put it on. You don't want it too thick, but just want to cover the whole thing. All right, now what I'm going to do. All right, now. Got the whole thing covered just like that. Now I'm going to take a little bit of it off because it's a little more than I want. Just like that. Okay, now get your carburetor gasket all greased up. Now you saw how this one ripped up? When I went to take it off the bottom, this one won't rip up because of that grease. It won't stick to it. It won't affect how it controls airflow or anything, but what it will do is it'll make it so you can take it off again. There. Now you can see what I'm doing here. This, if it goes like this whole line is open. That is a vacuum for this carburetor, for the original carburetor. There's a hole. Let's see. There's a hole right here in the bottom of the original carburetor. Okay, in the new carburetor, all there is a dimple there. What I'm hoping is that, so it doesn't need it. So I just want to make sure though that I close that whole line up so we don't have any kind of vacuum leaks. Just by pushing it back here when I tighten everything down, so it'll be like that. I'm hoping that someone figured out that that hole is a problem and that it's not needed. So by taking it out, maybe, just maybe, the carburetor will work better. I can hear it starting to rain. See, I got the tent up. That's why, because it's one of them rainy days. All right, let's put this on. This is ready to go on. Yeah. Let's see if everything else is ready. It seems to be everything but the choke, which we're just going to leave the choke unhooked. We'll visit that later and decide what we're going to do about it. Not sure. Not sure. I'm going to get these up. Yep. Yeah. Yes, you're right. Let me get the anti-seize. All right, so we're just going to take a little bit of this here. Right there. And right there. That'd be good enough. Put that on there. Now let's put the bolts on it. That one on there. This one over there. Come on, you get on there. Ah, stop it. Gas every dang where. There, now. Like this, I'm going to put it right down here. Flip this. I'll have to tighten this. But before I tighten anything, come under here. I'm going to push this gasket over. I'm going to hold it over like that so that it stays where I want it. I'm just snugging this carburetor. Like I said, you know, there's certain things like a carburetor that you just don't have to Incredible Hulk it. It just needs to be snugged down though. Let's put this one on. And again, I'll snug it. Hopefully, there's no vacuum leaks. This is going to remain unhooked for now. This one's going to get hooked up. This is the vacuum advance. Oh, 3/8. And where'd I put the 3/8? No, 3/8. There it is. Alright, let's just tighten that down. Vacuum advance. Alright. Make sure this is tight. It's not. Come on, you. Now it is. Alright. Now I got this thread stuff on here, but it's not needed because this is a flare, so it should just seat up in there. All right, let's get this up here. And I'm just gonna do that. There we go, just like that. That should have been a 1/2 inch. Put that on there. Car's a little bit warm, so I don't think it's going to need to choke on. We'll have to put a choke cable on it later. There, that's hooked up. All right, we got fuel, the vacuum advance. Let's connect this here. Oh boy, that is really sticky. Yep, yeah, it is. Let's see if I can't get that off there completely. There, got it. Now, I'm gonna put some anti-seize on this sucker and down in there on the little balls. Yeah, because it's just not moving very well. Right there. And just put a little on here, like that. This one here will be fine because it's new, but we're going to put some on it anyway. Like that. Now, okay. Not sure which one goes where, but I think They're basically both about the same. I'm going to put it on this way. Put that on there. And I just want to move it around a little bit. There we go. Now I moved it around. There. All right, that's much better. Much better. Pop that on there. Hook this back up. You got to have it. It's my return. There's a hole down there in the exhaust thing. There we go. All right, now. Okay. All right. We're all hooked up. Let's start this thing up and see what we got. Now, this is an old style car, so it's going to take a minute to pump the gas into the carburetor. There she goes. Now we got gas in the carburetor. And we seem to have the same problem. So we can't adjust the carburetor. Oh wow, that's all the way in. Now I'm not using the vacuum gauge, but that's about right. Gas leaking out of here like nobody's business. That screw wasn't even tight. Not even close. All right. Here's tightened up. Make sure it's not leaking. Still leaking. Still doing that. Vince is not getting enough gas. It would appear that nothing's tight on this carburetor. Yep. Get this down here again. We don't want that gas all over the place. All right. This in. Now, half inch. Better. I'm going to try to adjust this accelerator pump, decelerator pump, whatever the heck it is. Basically, it's a mystery bolt, which turns real easy anyway, which it shouldn't. All right, let's see. So, turn that in a little bit. 1, 2. That's just about right. still there, but it's not as bad as it was. Being dripped on. This thing here won't hold back the rain anymore. All right. So I might have to get a cable and hook it up to here so that the choke will work. Meanwhile, we'll leave it out. It seems to be better, but there's still hesitation. I don't know where the hesitation is. This thing's driving me nuts because, you know, I got a brand new HEI distributor on it, so I know it ain't hesitating from that. That's brand new. It's all set up. I don't know where else to look. It's either in ignition or it's in carburetor. Timing's right. Advance is right. All right, I'll put this thing back together here, and don't look at that. You didn't see that orange there. No. It really isn't there. It's a figment of your imagination. It actually matches everything. It's yellow just like everything else. That radiator's hot. This thing warms up fast. Nice thing is it doesn't overheat though. All right, so I'm gonna put this on here. Goes like that. Cold air intake over there. Right there. Cold air intake. Yeah. For maximum performance. Well, that was kind of a short one. I think I lost some more of the hesitation. I didn't lose it all, but I lost some. I just don't know what's going on with this thing. You know, if I had $800, yeah, I'd put a sniper fire on. I don't have $800. Okay, that's just ridiculous. Next time, I'm sure we'll be back on old Strappy. We got a couple cars to work on here, and we're going to get to them. So until then, see ya.